Hey guys, happy Friday! You are complete. I have a story to tell you guys this week about something that just happened to me on Friday. So, the Friday before this last Friday, I was at my friend Lauren's house for a new moon circle. She did a sound bath, and I did a little talk on manifesting. And at the party was this guy, his name was Rob. And I started talking to Rob like as soon as I got there, and we're talking about his near death experience and we're talking about meditation. And she comes over and she's like, Rob was my teacher from Become a Host. And I was like, I took the Become a Host class. It was like a hosting like weekend boot camp maybe 2 years ago. My friend Shelton told me about it. And then I told Lauren about it, and then Lauren took it. And then she signed up to like keep taking classes with this guy, Rob. So I start to tell Rob a little bit about what I do in the video podcast, and he said some things that really resonated with me. Like it sounded like he knew what he was talking about. He was like, I help people find their authentic voice, and a lot of the time when the camera turns on, people start to act a little bit different. And I was like, all right, I need this. Like, I want you guys to hear my authentic voice, and I want to come off on camera the same way I come off on in person. Because one of the things, the feedback that I get most is that people are like, you have this incredible energy in person. Like, it's like this magnetic kind of like energy. And so to have that come off on camera it's like a different game. So I'm in it to win it. I am committed to the podcast. I'm like, we're going to do this. So I'm like, let's just do it like next week. I was like, I'm off on Fridays. Like, let's just do it next week. So he's like, fine. All right, great. So he comes over, and I have noticed something about myself in the past year, which is I have a tendency to walk into situations and not have any idea of what I'm getting into and going in pretty naive and pretty clueless. I kind of feel like I did that with my marriage, like, not gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be kind of easy and great, and it's like the hardest thing I've ever done. So Rob comes over, and when I had met him, he said, I'll give you like 2 to 3 tips that will really like be a game changer. So I think he's gonna like instill like a couple of messages in me, like some lessons, and I'm gonna be great. Yeah, no, that didn't happen. So he comes over, and we're like sitting right here on this couch, and he's like, all right, tell me why you want to do what you want to do. And I'm passionate, and I'm like telling him everything. And then he's like, all right, let me see one of your videos. So I show him, I think it was like the video from a couple weeks ago. And he's like, yeah, this energy that you have right now, I don't see it coming across on camera. And I totally saw that too. I was like, yeah, I'm not bright and like exciting. Sorry, guys. It's a work in progress. I was like, I'm not bright and exciting and like this person that I know, like that I feel like I am. Like, it's not coming across. So he's like, all right, we're gonna do some exercises to help you like get into that. And he tries to get me to get fully in touch with like my pain. And so we start talking about my childhood, and I have a history of medical trauma, and it was terrifying as a kid. I had very severe asthma, and I was hospitalized for, I mean, like weeks at a time, like really scared, like 3 years old, 5 years old, like in a hospital room, terrified, can't breathe. I mean, that's like the scariest feeling in the entire world. You think you're going to die, right? So he's trying to get me to go back to this place. You guys, I go back to this place every week in therapy. It's not like I'm like, oh yeah, nope, I just don't ever go back to that place. The day before he came over, I was in therapy crying, about this childhood experience. So he's here, and he is like in my face. He's literally like this close to my face, like trying to like get me to like emote and get into it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't go there. Like, I just couldn't go there. And it makes me think about those moments when you're with somebody and they say something that touches you, and like you're about to cry, or even if somebody upsets you in public and like you're about to cry, and there's like that wall like right there, like your eyes start to well up, and then there's like that internal wall where you're just like, you just push them back, right? You just push them back. And so I was kind of in that space, and I would not break through. I would not break through. I mean, he tried to get me in touch with sadness, anger, like different things, and I wasn't able to do it. It was so hard for me. And I'm so committed to this work. Like, I know that, my healing presence can be transmitted through the camera in order to help more people and to touch more people. And I know that if you guys don't feel connected with me, you're not going to trust me, and you're not going to be able to have your own transformation. So I'm like, I got to do this. I got to do this. So I couldn't do it that day. I had a moment where I kind of did it a little bit, and what was interesting is I got into this angry space a little bit, and then when he brought me back into kind of like this positive motivational space, it did feel different. It did feel like more, it felt more powerful. So I know that there's something to this, and I know that I have to do it in order to be of maximum service and to have people feel like they can get in touch with their pain, because I'm willing to get in touch with mine, not just with my therapist, not just with my best friends, but in front of national television, but in front of the camera, but in front of wherever this goes, right? On YouTube, on iTunes. So, what do I do when I'm in this space? Okay, I pray for the willingness, because I really want to be able to have this breakthrough. And he's actually coming over next Friday, which means today, because I'm releasing this on Friday, the day that I have my next session with him. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to release the podcast in the morning. Here you are, you're watching it. And then later on in the afternoon, on my Facebook page, the You Are Complete page, I'm going to do a live stream audio after I meet with Rob and have the session. And I'm going to tell you guys what happened. What I could use from you is for you guys to give me some comments, support, experience. Like, has anybody ever done this before? How do actors do this? Like, this is what actors do all the time. Anybody has any experience, please throw it in the comments. I will read all the comments before he comes over in the afternoon. And I hope it gives me the courage and the that grittiness, whatever it is that it takes to get me to just let go, right? It's that moment where you're about to cry in front of someone and you feel the tears, they're coming out, and you have that choice, and you're like so cognizant of it, and it's like you either just let go and you just let them come out and you just be vulnerable, or you hold them back. And I want to be vulnerable. I want to be a model for anybody that's in a space like that, or anybody that needs help. So, thanks for watching. I will get back to you guys. If you're not already signed up to my Facebook page, just go all over to Facebook, put in You Are Complete, and subscribe to my page, join my page, and then you'll see me this afternoon. I'm going to give you the down and dirty on what happened with my session with Rob. So, if you guys and I are not friends yet on Instagram or Twitter or Snapchat, check me out at You Are Complete on Twitter and Instagram, and then on Snapchat. You guys, I Snapchat like every day. Like, I'm a Snapchatting machine. It's so much fun. It's You Are Complete B, just the letter B at the end. Hey, I'm on iTunes. I know that some of my interviews are long. I know that you guys are busy running around. I personally listen to all my podcasts as I commute. So you can just head on over to iTunes. I have new iTunes artwork that shows up on the app. It's awesome. Shout out to Mark Blackwell, my art director and photographer and creative person extraordinaire. And please subscribe. You'll get them on Thursday nights. I actually post them on Thursday nights. So you can get the iTunes podcast before anybody else. And you could just subscribe. And if you really want to be a gem, you can rate me. And, positive ratings are really, really appreciated. Negative ones, you can maybe just send me a personal email on that. Okay. You guys are the best. Thanks so much for your support. All right. The courage, praying for the willingness, and I'll see you guys on Facebook later today. You are complete, you are whole, and you're miraculous. Have a beautiful day. Bye.